You could stand here peacefully and never see the danger coming. The lake looked ordinary. The disaster hiding beneath it was not.
This is Lake Nyos, hidden inside a volcanic landscape.
Deep below the surface, volcanic gases were slowly accumulating.
For generations, people lived around it without knowing what waited below.
Then, in August 1986, everything changed in a single night.
A sudden release of carbon dioxide escaped from the lake.
Heavier than air, the invisible gas flowed downhill toward nearby communities. By morning, hundreds of people and animals had died without warning. The mystery was horrifying, but the science behind it was even stranger.
The answer begins deep beneath the lake itself.
Carbon dioxide was building up under enormous pressure. The crater acted like a natural container for that hidden gas. Normally, the lake's layers keep that gas trapped below. But nature can disturb that balance in unexpected ways. A sudden disturbance can push the deep water upward. On that night, the balance finally broke. The gas spread silently, staying close to the ground.
There was almost no visible warning for anyone nearby.
Scientists soon realized this was no ordinary lake disaster. The deepest water held the most important clue. The samples revealed extraordinary amounts of dissolved carbon dioxide. The lake had become a giant reservoir of trapped gas. Pressure kept the carbon dioxide dissolved in the deep water. Once disturbed, that balance could collapse with terrifying speed. The lake began releasing its deadly burden into the atmosphere. The gas formed a dense, invisible layer above the ground. It moved downhill, following the shape of the terrain.
Entire communities were suddenly exposed to the invisible cloud.
By sunrise, the landscape looked peaceful again. What remained was silence, scattered belongings, and unanswered questions.
Geography made the invisible threat even more dangerous.
Carbon dioxide is heavier than ordinary air, and that mattered enormously. Investigators arrived to understand what had happened overnight. The water itself contained evidence of what happened. The disaster had a geological explanation, not a supernatural one. The mystery was becoming a lesson in volcanic lake science. Scientists needed a way to prevent the same catastrophe from happening again.
Engineers eventually found a simple idea: safely release the trapped gas.
Today, Technology is quietly helping keep the lake under control.
Deep water can now be released before pressure becomes dangerous.
The system turns a hidden hazard into a controlled release. The lake remains beautiful, but its history cannot be forgotten.
Its calm surface hides a remarkable geological story.
Beneath the lake, volcanic activity continuously feeds the system.
Gas from below slowly dissolves into the lake's deepest waters.
Year after year, the process continues almost invisibly.
Modern monitoring helps scientists watch the lake's hidden changes. Researchers still return, measuring the lake's changing conditions. Because beneath this peaceful surface, the story is still unfolding.
Every bubble represents gas escaping from the depths. The crater's shape helps trap what rises from beneath it. Scientists measure the water before danger can build again.
Temperature and density determine how the lake's layers behave. Even a natural disturbance can change that delicate balance. When deep water rises, pressure drops and gas escapes rapidly.
The escaping gas then spread outward across the lowest ground. For the people nearby, there was almost nothing to see. The danger was invisible, odorless, and almost impossible to recognize. Today, the lake is watched more carefully than ever before.
The solution is simple, but maintaining it requires constant attention.
Technology changed how humanity manages this dangerous natural system. Monitoring turns an invisible threat into measurable information. Deep beneath the surface, the system reaches the source of the danger. Scientists know the danger begins long before anything reaches the surface.
Natural changes can disturb the lake's delicate balance. Yet today, those risks are actively monitored and managed.
The lesson from Lake Nyos reaches far beyond Cameroon.
Understanding nature can turn a deadly mystery into a solvable problem.
But the lake still carries the memory of one silent night.
Imagine standing here before anyone understood what happened. That night began like any other night.
There was no warning siren, no visible cloud, no obvious threat. The threat moved silently through the valley while people slept. By morning, the landscape had changed forever.
Hundreds of lives were lost before the danger was understood. Nature continued, even after one of its deadliest surprises. Today, science watches for the warning signs that were once invisible.
Lake Nyos reminds us that silence does not always mean safety.
Sometimes, the most dangerous places are the ones that look completely peaceful. Thanks for watching NEXVORA Docs. Subscribe for more stories that uncover the unknown.